Hi everyone. So obviously we're slightly different today. You probably noticed we only have one video up regarding this session recording. There were a couple external circumstances that went on, so the stream had to end early. But hopefully you like what was recorded. If you would like to catch us live, you can find us on Fridays at Twitch at /dice-strapping. We're on Fridays at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, so that's 5 Pacific, and various other options depending on where you are. So we hope to see you. Also, please be kind to the production value. I was not able to make this session, so somebody else very kindly took the driver's seat and tried their best at doing everything. So please be kind. Thank you, and we hope to see you soon. All right, bye.
Hello, and welcome back to Dice Dropping Song of Ice and Fire role-playing game, Chronicles of House Weirlight. Say hi, House Weirlight.
Hello.
Hi.
So, it's been a bit since we've been back on, but I hope you all try and recall what transpired last time we did this.
Nope.
I'll
Don't
do-
remember. Don't remember anything. We have to start everything all over again.
Okay, all right. Well, sounds
Let's make
good.
a new house.
New game plus.
New game plus.
I would like to veto that because I really like who I am right now. I like having lots of money.
That's great for you right now.
Yeah. So last week, just some small things like Henrik won next round of the tournament by beating Sir Langley Woods. Let's see. Nymora went to the pub. Nothing super crazy happened.
I have a daughter now.
Okay.
Bit of a stretch, but
I
yes,
have a child now.
We're just adopting.
You
people,
you currently in custody have a child.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's a bit of a jump there.
I have in my possession a child, and thus it is mine.
So yes, Alley Cat, the name of known flea bottom assassin, was found drunk at the bar that Nymora had originally gone to meet Lars Flowers. Unfortunately, it was well past the meeting time, and he was not there due to the apprehension of the Fox Knight the previous night. Found out many interesting things.
Apprehension. We murdered him, Tony.
The apprehension of his dead body?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was an
Murdered him.
But yeah.
The apprehension of his corpse.
We piffed his brain.
You did. That was a thing. And then upon meeting up with Clarissa, a lot of things started to come together where it seems like Lars Flowers is heavily involved in the plot against your house, or I guess the plot that doesn't bode well for your house. It's not maybe really about you, which doesn't feel great. Everyone sort of met up. Thorsten, of course, discovered.
Constance.
Discovered with the help of Nymora and Clarissa, they discovered Constance, who had been missing, kind of wandering around. She gave a vague notion of where she had escaped from. With great haste, you managed to find Jaren and whisk him back to safety. Him still clutching the shield that was asked of him. Him heavily poisoned by some kind of dart. And where he spoke what he thought his final words of appreciation for the house and an undying respect for Clarissa, and that he hoped he was useful and all that good stuff. But a teary goodbye we did not have because Thorsten made by the way, the level of difficulty you made, Thorsten, is categorized as near impossible. So
That's what I do. The near impossible.
Yeah,
First
you do.
one's just house.
So good work. You managed to extract a
Basilisk venom.
very lethal dose of basilisk venom.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it mixed with something else?
It was, yes.
Irish fire.
Mm-hmm. Irish fire.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Antibiotic.
It is, but it also causes severe pain. So which was strange to you, Thorson, of course, because from what you pulled out of Jaren, he should have been screaming the whole time, but he wasn't. He was just like very calmly talking. So
Power of the mind.
it's true. You assume he went into shock. His eyes were very dilated, but currently he is in recovery, as is Constance, who had been seen signs of beating and torture.
Broken jaw.
Yes. She's very weak right now, but you believe physically she will recover. She also noticed she had been branded, though. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Vivian had then questioned young Alleycat, and through courtly intrigue, essentially made Alleycat very indebted to Vivian and want to help her due to her own wiles. Yeah, I mean, Thorson was just a busy boy.
Killing one person after another.
I think we kind of cut not too long after that. Does anyone remember what happened just after that? Because that's where my stuff goes away. I feel like something else happened. Was I wrong?
It shows that Closer did a bluff roll of some sort.
We got the family back, and like all of us were there. I think we told Mariella.
Yes.
And we got everyone back in the same room.
Yep, everyone was in the tent.
I think also Mimora was up next for her like joust.
She was.
I'm up next for the joust.
Oh, I remembered that, guys. Oh,
yes, and do you remember who your opponent was?
My opponent was
her dad.
No, it wasn't anyone
noteworthy.
Was it Silas?
No, it was not Silas.
Okay. I can't remember.
Was it Barristan Selmy?
No.
I
Jamie Lannister?
It was Frostmore.
No,
it's Silas.
Can we keep shooting it? Yeah, we keep guessing.
We'll just keep. Well, no. It was not Henrik. No.
I already went.
It was the real Fox Knight.
It was a certain man, just Sir. Let's see here. I don't think I even told you what it was actually. Now that I
don't.
No, I didn't. Just your bout was up next.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, so you were up against. Let's see. Oh, that's right. You were up against Sir Limeros Hartworth.
What kind of name is that?
Yeah, I know, right? It's a real dumb name.
It's a real stupid name.
Yep. So that's who you're up against next. But I don't exactly recall. I believe Mariella is out of the tent at the moment.
Yeah, she's doing the horse stuff.
Yes, she is doing horse things, I believe.
One other thing that happened in the last session was someone died.
Yeah,
right.
Yes.
Who
died?
Right. Oh, yeah, right. Who died?
Yes. Yes, it was discovered. Well, you heard in the night. You heard screaming that lasted all night. and then stopped. It was then confirmed that Adam Dannett is dead.
Yeah.
Also, fished out of the river this morning was
Rob
the
Sanders.
merchant
Rob
Rob
Sanders.
Sanders,
Right.
Oh,
who
poor man.
vouched for you.
Yeah.
He was stabbed in the back and thrown in the river.
Poor
Mhm.
man.
You also know Alley Cat was the one who murdered him.
Murdered him.
Yeah.
On behalf of her client, who she does not know the real what he looks like, not only that he is a man, and she believes he is a noble.
Looking like a man.
Looking like a man. She described him as just like, oh no, a man, just
a guy.
just like
You
yeah.
know
But just
that-
talks like a real asshole.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. He talks down to all of them.
Yes, he does. But yeah, so thank you for reminding me, David. Yes, those murders did take place. You do currently have Alicat in your custody. She's no longer tied up. She's here willingly now because you promised her protection, money, a position, like comfortable.
Apparently a mom also with Nemora, so look at that.
Yeah. So it is interesting. Now currently Nymora is off getting ready. Mariella is in the tent. But I do believe everyone else currently is in this tent. I know Vivian, you might have been setting up to go somewhere else. But I think currently everyone is in the tent. So before we start hopping around events and whatnot, is there anything anyone wants to ask Alley Cat before we sort of like move on? All right, I'm seeing nodding from Clarissa. Hello. So so Clarissa, you've just been sort of absorbing all of this. You'd already spoken briefly to Nymora and pieced many things together, and that's why you grabbed everyone. But your very in-depth and possibly suicidal investigation has bore quite a lot of fruit. So what did you want to ask of Alley Cat, as she's just now there, and she now has a little green apple that she's just kind of munching on?
Right.
You definitely tell, like, she's not just biting it. It's like she's just kind of like barely doing it. Like maybe she might not have that good teeth.
Yeah, she'll kind of look down at her and say, "The day my young lord was rescued, I followed you back to the barn. There was a maester with you. Who was it?"
She looks like this question comes out of nowhere for her. She's like, "Oh, Meister. Oh, right, yeah, the healing bloke who wear the dress. Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah, I know him. What about him?
Who is he?
I know his name.
Perfect.
His name's Fabius.
Okay. And who was he healing?
Oh, that. Right. I don't really know. There was someone in the basement. I think it was really important though. But I don't think anyone was hurt or nothing. I think someone was sick or something. I don't really know that part. No. I think he was testing stuff. I'm not really sure. I don't really go down there. It smells weird, and I hear people, and I it's just I don't ask questions. You just live longer. But I know his name's Fabius. And yeah, I guess he's one of the maesters. He's got the chains.
Does that name ring a bell for me?
Oh God. Well, I don't know. would Thorsten have a itemized list of every maester?
Maybe not every maester, but maybe ones that were
Okay,
major,
I will let you make a memory test.
which is under
Cunning.
cunning. Okay, so it's going to be a straight cunning roll for me.
Okay.
You ready?
I am ready. 15. Not particularly. Now, however, there is the Maester conference going on, and everyone did have to sign in. So there's a good chance if anyone knows who Fabius is, it would be there.
True.
Will you put the spelling in the chat, please?
Oh, Fabius? Sure. I mean, she doesn't spell it for you, but yes.
That's for my
She doesn't
personal
know how
Bailey
to
notes,
spell
not
it.
Clary's.
Yeah.
Also, just to see how fantasy spelling Fabius looks like.
That's true.
It's Fabius.
Fabius.
I was already off.
fantasy.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
I almost did it with a PH, but I went, nah.
Oh,
No,
not
that's
too
too
much.
far.
Too much. That's a little too much.
Very, very close. I was very close. But, yeah. But yeah, so it's Fabius. He's usually, he usually isn't covered in like blood. He stinks though. Sometimes he does stuff in there. I don't know what. I don't ask.
Are they still using it?
Just a very big shrug. Like, I don't know. That was the last time I was in there. Was we got the young lord looking. Just like, yeah.
All right. Keeping people in the basement. Okay. New level of fun. Good. All right. What? Never mind. And she just turns and walks out.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. So what do we want to do, guys?
So the only other person we know of that has information possibly on this lord is Lars, right?
Lars, and apparently there was a maester named
And a
Fabius as
maester.
well.
Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm going to head back to MaesterCon and do some digging.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I don't know how far I want to go because I don't want Lars to
More red
stab
tape?
me. So could I pay? I think his name. I have his nickname is Topper, but Simon.
That guy.
Simonin. Could I bribe him to arrest Lars and bring him to me? Would that make it worse? Guys, I need help. I don't know.
I think that's honestly like a pretty.
How
Our
much-
goal is to
I
find
guess
and
so.
interrogate Lars. I think that's
question is,
not
would
a
Lars
bad
go
idea. No, but if there was a bunch of guards there, I feel like we would have like a decent chance to get him.
I don't know. Because I feel like me walking either with teeth,
Well,
like with
so do you want him to arrest him, or do you want him to grab him and bring him to you?
grab him, bring him to me.
Yeah, so okay, fair enough.
Arrest is just the term we're using for here.
Gotcha.
If you say it's an arrest, it makes it feel better.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're gonna call it arrest. The
So
criminal, it's fine.
A cop-assisted kidnapping?
Mhm.
What's going on?
Mhm.
You know. Oh,
I-
that's
not
Not.
really oh,
I
that's
will
great.
say I don't. I will say I don't want him brought to our green tent because I don't want him seeing the alley cat like at all.
Sure.
She
Where do
needs
you
to
want him
remain
brought
hidden.
then?
Oh God, what would be the best place?
Not the inn we're at.
Should we move alley cat to our inn? Or because I don't know another place that we could possibly meet Lars.
Why not some of the alleys?
'Cause- I don't want to
We
be
don't want to
stabbed.
be seen there.
Honestly,
Um,
outside of Kingslanding might be a better
why would it be?
Maybe
better?
closer to like the woods we were at. Those weren't too far.
The
Perfect
clearing where
wood.
you killed the fox knight.
idea.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Those weren't too
Okay.
bad. And so people. I don't know. We have to pay them, get them to bring over there, but
I have so much gold dragons on me.
I know you do.
Okay, so all right. You want to bribe? All right. So we will. That's going to be a full scene that you would have to go to Simona. But I'm all right. I'm down. So are you going? Tell me this. How? Because you know what gate he was stationed that one night. So you're gonna like. I'm guessing we can kind of forgo. Like that, it's pretty easy to find like a registered. You're a noble. Like I won't even really make you roll how to find him because you just be like, "Excuse me, I'm looking for Captain Simonin," and I just be like, "Where is he? I am a noble lady." La la la.
Say it like that.
Mhm.
La la la.
La la la. Yeah, and you can find him in like his office at a gatehouse, probably. So yeah. All right, let's see here.
Also, as many guards as we can spare on Alley Cat, because
Okay,
he
so
has other stabbers.
okay,
We'll
so well,
definitely have John there for Alley
okay,
Cat.
okay, so John will stay, and so far, Cord's already gone, so Kale is there. I mean, technically, Jaren's there, but he's
He's
out.
incapacitated at the moment,
Yeah.
so
That boy deserves a rest.
Okay, so it sounds like John and Kale are going to be here because Cord's already with Mariella, and then my good old Micah.
I mean, we could always ask Simonin for a guard or two.
Oh, I was for sure gonna do that.
Okay, yeah, that can be part of that for sure, for sure. Okie dokie. So Micah, so obviously Micah with you, Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. I do
Question:
have a,
Should we send
yeah.
word back to the family of the one who died
Which one are you talking about?
which one?
on the way here?
Well, we plan on doing that.
Oh, yeah. That's you don't even have to worry about that. That's
Okay.
Yeah, that's mainly Clarissa's job. But
She does.
I do have a question though, Clarissa. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Birch.
Please don't go by yourself.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I don't have anyone to go with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Henrik knows how to fight.
Henrik is just standing.
Yeah,
there.
Henrik's just here. I'm here.
Can I bring people to MaesterCon? Or is
Yeah.
it strictly for Maesters?
I mean, it's for maesters, but there's nothing that's gonna stop a noble person from like if they want to like sit in. I mean, hell, most of the maesters would be probably into that because they get to show off. If it's a woman, you'll get some lip from the older maesters or the more awkward maesters, but like both like Clarissa's a noble woman. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't really be an issue. Like bringing Knight Mora in, probably a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. She'd just start
What do you
stabbing
mean?
everything.
What do you mean that I don't? You mean I can't go into a hall of learning? You mean that I can't better myself through education?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you saying?
I mean, as a half bastard foreign woman, I would say so.
Oh, I
Well, then-
would like to.
Ew.
Then I will invite Clarissa if she would like to go with me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will do
So-
that.
So far it says Birch, Thorsten, Clarissa. They're going.
Mm-hmm.
Henrik, what are you doing?
I guess
Mhm.
no one invited me anywhere, so I guess
You
like,
can always
go
offer to escort. You are
do that.
a young nobleman with your own wants and ambitions.
Yes. Am I? Forgot I had those. Is Imora's thing coming up? Because I did want to watch that.
Yeah, it's happening like right now.
Oh,
But
cool.
you don't-
I'll go.
you don't know
you
it's
don't
Nymora,
know that
right?
it's Nymora. She's as a
Nah.
Yeah,
the
if you
mystery
don't-
night.
That's the thing. You don't know it's Simora.
Oh, shit.
If she's
That's
masked.
right. God damn it! Why is everyone?
I mean, you
Alright.
might know that it's the spot at night. So.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw them last time either, so I don't know if that would hold my interest too much. I'll be interested in seeing. I'll go to Maestrakon for a bit.
All right. So cool,
Explore
Henrik.
Lady Clarissa, and everything else. Yeah.
All right. Yes, as the noble young man you are,
Mhm.
you escort Clarissa, laid at your side.
What
What about
can you get into at Maestercon?
Yeah, she's in Maestrakon.
yeah, when your son's going to a math camp and you're like, I'm not worried. What's gonna happen at math camp?
I don't know, Father. Some pretty
Math's
crazy things
hurt.
happen at math camp. You know,
Mhm.
this one time at math camp, it was.
Indeed. So, Tidrick, what are you doing? Are you going to go with your wife? Are you going to
I
stay in the
think I'm
tent?
going to go with my wife.
Excellent. So, Micah,
Just in
Tidrick.
case if there's any 2-year-olds with a butter knife.
Yes. I
Watch out for those.
My
And
one
that kid with
weakness.
a couple knives, so yeah.
no, my one of many weaknesses.
All right. So, Lord and Lady Weirlight, along with Micah, will go to the gate, while the rest of the guards will stay at the tent, guarding as they do.
Before we all disperse, I would like to tell everyone that Alley Cat remains out of sight from everyone. No exploring, no coddling, no taking her out to explore King's Landing.
Yeah, she's like, I fucking lived here my whole life.
Don't need to explore.
I don't think we need to take her out, but yeah.
I've took a shit in the gardens twice.
Well, now you have someone who wants to stab you in the neck and throw you in.
No, what I'm saying is I don't want to see anywhere. I want to stay here where it's safe and there's food.
I was like, oh, make sure she
Good
gets
choice.
bathed because she is.
What? Not why?
Because you're filthy.
The two grown men stare
I look
at
at
you.
I look at John. Just
Yeah, just like,
Could be.
I'll look over to John and whisper.
will you have
No
Jennifer
alcohol.
stay to bathe her? Because the two grown soldiers are like, you want us to
Bathe this 13.
I know I don't want to be questioned about it. No. Yeah, Jennifer can stay. Make sure her head shit, because that looks like she has lice or something. But yeah.
Thorsten, it's a lot of things.
Yes.
Dermatophytosis.
Perhaps.
That's herpagonosyphilides.
Yes, or of course the head wounds, as the very official dermatological term. All right, so let's stick with for now. The Lord and Lady Weirlight, you head to the Gate of the Gods in the south to the gatehouse office of Captain Simonin, otherwise known as Topper. You enter his office without issue, what with being noble ladies and lords. Topper's in there, he's in his full gold uniform. It looks like maybe he was having lunch or something. And he's just like, how can I help you?
Well, you, upon us entering into the city, you said that I could call upon your friendship, and I was hoping to discuss our friendship more clearly, because I am in need of a favor.
All right. What is the favor, my lady?
There is an individual by the name of Lars Flowers. I need him brought to me, as well as I've found that due to some unfortunate rumors, my personage is being, if not watched, outright targeted. So if there are any of your wonderful gold cloaks that could spare some of their time, I'd be happy to also generously compensate them for their time. I know you all are very busy.
Do you show them money?
Yeah, for sure.
How much gold do you show them?
I will pull out.
How much is
I'll
in a
pull out
large
5
knapsack?
gold. Yeah, I'll pull out 5 gold dragons.
Okay. He looks like at the 5 gold. He goes, well, my lady, it sounds like this is a very dangerous individual that we will have to obviously have a lot of men to get, especially if they're threatening your personage. And I just I want to make sure you have the best.
I'll pull out another 5 of them from myself
Mm-hmm.
and drop it on his table.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good, but as a gold cloak captain, he does pull some dragons. So he is like
This is just for your men.
like he perks up a little bit more on that one.
Smart.
All right, yeah. So because he's already kind of offered this before, you're offering cold cash, and he is horrifically corrupt.
What?
Does it say that? Does it say that in the stat block?
Horrifically corrupt.
Like down at the bottom of his
Correct.
bottom of the stat block, it's just like we'll do anything for coin.
Actually, you'd say, yeah, kind of. Yeah. So, why don't we'll have basically Tejic aid? He'll give you a +2 on the roll.
Okay.
This would be. I mean, charm, sure, but it's bargain. I could see bargain.
Okay. Are you leaning more toward bargain or are you leaning more toward charm?
Would you? Is there an argument like convince? I could also see actually a little more realistically.
Okay. Well, I have bonus dice in all 3 of those, so
Which one do you want?
Gosh.
Which one do you think
roll
is the
all 3.
most relevant?
Most relevant on probably convince. Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I would say so.
Put it on the table.
Put it on the table. All right. You get a +2.
Okay.
From Tedric's help.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 22.
Do you have
24.
so 24? Don't you also have
So
something with charismatic or something?
Only with my charm for right now.
Thank you. So 24. Yeah. So the TN was 6.
Lay down that cold hard cash.
Yeah, I mean that lowered the TN. So.
Mm-hmm.
From 9. So
How many degrees of success is that?
how many degrees? 5, I believe.
A lot.
It's an amount.
Let me forever stay in this wheelhouse.
16 is 3. So 4 degrees of success. You got 4 degrees of success. So yeah, he just asks you. He does ask you like, where do you want me to bring him, and also like, where is he?
The locations that we've seen him at are he is in the melee.
Yep.
The Nymora would have Nymora told us about the bar.
And she told
I mean-
Clarissa about the bar. So
Yeah. So
Okay.
then you
So-
probably know.
Yeah, so the bar, and then should I tell him about the barn? I don't want to, because Clarissa's going to be going there. So those are the only 2 locations that we know he has been. But I give him like his full description.
His
and
full
everything.
description, and he's just like, fuck, I know like 5 guys that look like that.
Unfortunate. He's a regular goon face.
He is a goon face. Yeah, so Lars Flowers, he knows the name.
Mhm.
I mean, he doesn't know the name, but he knows it now. And yeah, he said, absolutely. Yeah, and he'll get his men right on that. So 10 gold dragons for the men. With that, to get his full compliance, he himself personally will need 20.
Okay.
If you want to try and haggle with him, you can, but this will be like no more intrigue, just fucking done deal. It's happening.
So I took 5 for the men, and Jesse, you put in 5. Do you want to split 10 and 10, or do you want me to give the full 20?
I think
You're
Yes,
muted,
we can
bud.
put 10 and 10.
Okay.
10 and 10. Okay. All
This is
right.
like watching two people discuss buying a second yacht.
Yeah. How much do we want to pay for this?
A third jet.
For this police captain? What do you?
How much
much
do
This
you
is
think
some-
he's going to
you
keep
wanna
the
go
10
have
gold
this-
dragons for
This is
the
Wilson
other
Fisk.
guy?
Listen,
I
that's
mean,
not my problem.
Yeah, that's not our problem.
I mean, probably, maybe. There's a good chance.
Kingpin of Kingslanding.
Yeah. He wishes. But yeah, so they will get on that. Good work. That was, yeah, he's very horrifically corrupt. All right, but we will cut over to a very unlikely. Well, normally it's of course Clarissa and Thorsten. I mean, it's the knowledge duo, but then Henrik's there.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Sweet Henrik.
Very exciting.
I get to join study buddies for a bit. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think only really Clarissa notices this, but as you are walking out of the green, Clarissa, you did notice that it looked like two men who seemed to see, you're not sure if you or Thorsten, but someone in your group, and start to walk towards you.
We just lost.
But
Henrik.
oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron. Oh no!
Oh no.
Damn you, Flagstaff!
It's true.
All right, we'll get her back in a moment, but does seem to walk towards you, but they seem to stop and then disperse when they notice Henrik, and they just fade into the crowd.
Yeah, I'll kind of lean over to Thorsten and let him know what I saw. And Henrik. I'll let Henrik know too.
Okay.
Since he's here and has a sword.
Yes.
Yeah, they did seem to stop at seeing Henrik and his sword. They just went
Yeah, I'm sure he already is, but I'm gonna put Birch on alert just in case.
Oh yeah, he's been he's very upset. I will say you did actually have to. It didn't take much, but you did have to coax him away from Jaren. He just sort of had his head on him for the whole alley cat conversation and stuff.
Sweet boy.
All right. So you head to the Maester conference. You get in, and the man up who's giving a presentation is screaming at the top of his fucking lungs. A lot of people are paying attention to him, but you're not sure whether it's from interest or just spectacle.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, because he has he's a cauldron on stage, and there's purple smoke coming out of it, and he's just screaming in Thorsten, ancient Valyrian.
Well,
Oh
okay.
man.
Fine line between maester and witch or something, right? Healthcare practitioner.
For the most part.
You think he might be trying to do some kind of ritual? Obviously you missed the lead into this, so you're just very confused.
I don't speak.
No, you
ancient
don't.
Valerian.
No, you just know it is ancient.
I
Valyrian.
just know.
Yeah,
So,
it's like when you hear someone speaking Latin, you can be like, "That shit Latin." What are you saying? I don't know.
I don't speak Spanish, but I know it when I hear it.
It's a dead language. I mean, come on.
Exactly right. Ancient Valyrian is a dead language, but you do recognize it, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, this is a thing. And Clarissa and Henrik, you come in also seeing that,
and as soon as I'm like, oh yes, that's normal, and I continue.
Yeah,
Understood.
Henrik, you're like, you might have been like, oh god, MaesterCon, and then you walk in on this shit.
Just look at Clarissa. I was like, you spend more time with Thorsten.
I'm gonna go up to the check-in person and I would like to ask them if I can see if they.
Yeah, it's like a 15-year-old boy in a brown robe.
Yeah.
He smells
like
like latrines. He's just like,
Yeah.
yes.
Uh,
He is the dead-eyed look of a college student in midterms.
This
I
is what
feel
grad
his
students
pain.
look like.
I feel his pain.
You broke the David.
Just
I'm gonna
like,
ask
yes.
if I could look and see if a certain maester has shown up to MaesterCon because I'd like to reconnect with them.
Which maester?
Fabius.
And he just his head falls down to look at the paper and just
Oh boy.
begins and he goes, yes, Maester Fabius has checked in.
Is this for the now because MaesterCon he's checked in for today or is that total?
Like he's here essentially.
Okay.
Now I will say when you signed in, you do sign in what family you serve.
Oh yes. And what family does he serve now? Could you tell me that so if I don't see him here, I can go visit them?
And he's like thinking, like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. And like he seems very tired. He's just like,
Just
I'm
covered
going
in
to-
stress acne. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to reach into my
chronic.
pack and give him
Boy.
something to help him relax at the end of the day.
Drug
and
him up.
Something to perk him up now to make him feel more energetic.
okay, so you're giving him drugs. Is what-
Yeah,
you give him
Drug
some
him.
Valium and a Red Bull is what you give.
Let's just
Some
drug him our
Xanax and
kid.
Red Bull.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
All right. This is what I want you to do, Thorsten. I want you to make a status test to just be like, "You want some drugs, kid?" like, like I know medicine would make more sense, but it's really more just getting this kid to accept it.
This is a peer pressure.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
It is.
Do that PSA being
Are you
like,
ready?
they show all new mates.
I'm ready.
It's exciting.
That's the first time I've ever rolled status.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's like, "Oh shit, is that tansy weed?" And he just like,
I wasn't gonna, but
And I said, "You scratch my back, I scratch yours."
he goes, "Yeah, sure. Absolutely, Maester."
Milk of the popper.
He's like looking and he's like, "Oh yeah, of course, House Lugus."
oh shit.
Well, That's the-
Serena's gone off the deep
that's
end.
the face of vindication right there is what that is.
Yep.
I can
Alright.
hear it. You're here.
I thank the boy, and I will turn around and anything else we need to do, Clarissa. Anything you wanna do while we're here, since you have all access.
So many
pass.
Or
things.
Henrik?
Yes, so many
Um,
things I wish we could do. Unfortunately, apparently we have something to take care of.
Yes.
We all heard like it was House Luger.
Yes, you heard it. You were standing right there, Henrik.
Okay.
Okay. Back to the tent, I suppose. We can figure out if we want to steal this maester too.
Okay.
Good.
Kidnap a lord and kidnap a maester. I mean,
a
we've already got a
maester.
child.
We're just
I
gonna
mean, let's-
Wait,
why
Lars
stop
isn't
there?
a
Let's
lord.
kidnap
I
him.
think he's
That bastard.
He's not a lord.
Let's just
If
get
we
him-
want to kidnap, or Lugus, then that'd be kind of like a lord. But
We could kidnap
Why
Orton.
stop there? Let's
Like,
kidnap the
we can
king.
do that. Fuck it. Let's go.
Ooh, actually, can we go back to the inn
Yeah.
instead?
Yeah, of course. Why?
Okay.
Sure.
A
Good.
particular reason, Carissa?
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, you guys head back towards the inn. Clarissa. One sec. Yeah. So, Clarissa, you do notice two more people, different from the other ones, look like come out of crowd and kind of maybe see you two and begin walking, and then see Henrik, and then just like disperse.
Oh, it's getting spicy.
Yeah, she'll kind of turn to Henrik and she'll go, I would appreciate it if you stayed with Thorsten and I for the rest of the day. I know that's probably hard,
Of course.
considering you want to go with your friends, but we are being consistently followed.
Of course, I'll stay.
Thank you.
Yay.
If you see anyone else, let me know, please.
Sure.
Alrighty. So you guys go back to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Is he there?
Is who there?
Or
You know who?
I was like,
You
what?
know who.
You know who.
That one guy.
Couldn't be here.
No, you do not see like Orton Lugus around.
Could still be at the turning course. I know his brother-in-law, or soon-to-be brother-in-law, Langley Woods was fighting a bit earlier, so they might still be out there.
Good point. Okay, I'm gonna go up to Lyle real quick.
Yeah, he's there doing his thing.
Of course.
Good evening, Lyle. Would you happen to know if the Lucases have their maester staying with them?
The Luguses.
Okay.
I don't. Are they now, Lady Clarissa? You know, as a patron of the Green Tree Inn, all of my customers are allowed a bit of privacy and privilege.
As soon as he starts talking, she heaves a large sigh and reaches into her pack. How much? How much is it going to cost me this time? I don't want to guess.
Oh, madam. I mean, you got a gold dragon.
Of course I do, and I'll give him a gold dragon.
Yeah, he just takes it. He's like, yeah, that's a fucking shit. He's just puts his hand down. A little tiny hand comes out and grabs it.
The maester.
I go, no, there's no maester here. No, they didn't register one. I haven't seen them come in with one. No.
Must be on the green.
Secret maester.
A secret maester. Thank you, Lyle. I appreciate your help.
Of course, my lady, anytime. I'm at your service as always.
Yes, of course. She'll turn to the other two, say, so, should we try and figure out who's following us, or should we just let it happen?
I think we should just let it continue to happen right now.
If they haven't done
do
anything,
have
and
a sword with us, so as I look to Henrik, and they seem to be leading us alone because of that. So until we get back to the green and we can inform everybody, I think that's the only decision. Let them think that we don't know they're following us, even though we do.
Stay in the public. Keep doing what we do.
Yeah, as we leave the inn, I'm going to take a hard look, and I'm going to try and figure out if they're looking at Thorsten or me or both of us. I want to try and figure out who they're after.
Make an awareness test.
Does notice apply?
I think empathy would apply here.
Oh, okay. I don't have empathy. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Yes. They are, in fact, hold on. They're looking at Thorsten.
Oh. Cool.
The dance all over again.
It's okay, folks. It's okay. We got you.
Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the tent. Good information gathering, friends.
Agreed.
All right, excellent. You head back to the tent. Imora.
Hello. Oh, God.
You have been suited up by your tiny volunteer squire, this very young man named Gendry. And you stomp onto the pitch. You see the banner of your opponent. It is a field of white with a actual very romanticized French style heart on it.
Oh, that's precious. I'm gonna crush it. Stomp to the ground.
You do see sat up on their horse with a seat up. You see a very tanned looking. It's the most tanned nobleman you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You thought at first maybe maybe dusky skin of some kind, but no, actually it's just an actual tan. And he's got very looks like long hair being tucked up. He's trying to get it up. As far as men go, pretty attractive. There's definitely a very I think maybe you would find him attractive because he's a little androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about his hair, his the line of his jaw makes him look a little feminine. Very hard to guess his age. He could be 19. He could be in his 30s. You're really not sure.
Okay.
Apparently his name is Sir Limros. You do hear a small some cheering going on. Looks like a series of women are cheering from him, all bearing you think are from the colors. You think there might be his family. And if he does, then he has only daughters. several daughters.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys come up to do the pass.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Oh, well, a mass night. Haven't seen one of them quite a long time. They have a very good reputation in the Chronog, so."
Ooh. I give him a small nod, and then just give him a little salute.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh, so mysterious. I love it. I love it. I love this everything going on." All right, well, don't feel too bad, eh? And he just puts the down, and yeah. So you guys turn around, and then you set up for the pass.
All right. As I try and find, did we pin the thing for
I think we did. Did we not?
Not up here. No.
Oh no.
Oh, it's not that far. It's not that far back.
Okay. Yeah. It's also in the book on page 168.
Yep, I just found it.
Oh, good.
Ah.
So we're all looking to strike at the same time. So what kind of attack are you going to do?
I think I'm going to go for. I don't trust him. I don't know because I don't know who he is just yet. So I'm gonna go for defensive at this point.
Okay, defensive.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
So it's gonna be a fighting test minus 1 dice because it's a charge. But due to that, it's that's initially what it is. And then if you are struck, you get a +1 or +2 bonus of your choice to your passive animal handling test to determine the difficulty of your hit you, but you have to subtract that same number from your fighting test result. So is it 1 or 2?
It is. I'll just do 1.
1?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. So spears.
1 second.
And actually.
-1 dice.
And actually,
Yep. Yeah, make sure to lower your fighting by 1 die.
I lower my fighting by 1 die, but because I have spear expertise, I increase by 1 full die, so it stays the same, I think.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Right, spears.
Fantastic. All right. What is? I don't think that hits you.
No. It's actually -10.
Yeah, because it's your what is it? Your I think passive animal handling, I believe is your what you're rolling to hit here.
My animal, I've got a 3 in animal handling.
So it'd be 12. So
okay.
Yeah, no. I believe that's it. If I remember song. Yeah. So he glances off you. He fails.
Mm-hmm.
It shatters on your shield, but no real effect. I believe you just did Let's see here. You got a 24.
Yeah.
Very nice. And so we're minusing 1, you said?
-1, so 23.
Yeah, so 23. All right. I think so. 3. Yeah, so that's 3 degrees of success. So your lance strikes his opponent, and he has to make a diff 15 animal handling test.
Oh, I almost hope he makes
or be unhorsed. Now he was going for aggressive, so and he has a -2 to this. Then
I kind of hope he makes it. I kind of like this guy.
We will see. So, is it just straight animal handling, or is it also ride? It's just straight animal handling. All right. All right.
Sucks that ride doesn't apply because I no, bud.
It only rolled didn't roll enough dice for some reason.
Oh,
I know what happened. Well, I mean, it would fail no matter what, but because it's 15. The difficulty is 15. You'd have to roll very good. Yeah, you just in one go, his lance shatters on your shield, but then you just hit him square in the chest, and he just flies off his horse onto the ground.
Yeah, I'll wheel Dune around immediately and just go lead down to help him up.
Yeah, he's like still on his back. But if you like lean down to offer a hand up, he will nod and grab it and pull himself up, and he'll just like flip the helmet back, and he goes, thank you very much. It was kind of you. And he goes, well, you're very skilled with the lance there. And he's kind of like looking you up and down, and he's like he's like trying to read any bit of you, but are you just like staring at him, down at him with the expressionless, with the full mask armor and stuff?
Oh no, the mask is just pageantry for really one person.
Yeah.
So I lift the visor up just enough to see like my mouth, and say, "You're really good. I look forward to meeting you again on the tourney."
So when he hears your voice, he goes, "Oh, like yes, no, I'd love to." Listen, if you're like, I'd love to get to know you, and then you just hear Limros, and he goes, "Oh, darling, my wife," and he just goes over immediately, but then like looks back and is like, "Should meet up."
I just do another little salute, and then I wheel Dune around.
Yeah.
Go back to Gendry.
But yeah, and then he goes and they like hoist him up, and you do kind of overhear like, "Oh, did you see your daddy?" Like, "Yeah, I saw you lose, father, again."
Are any of the other ladies that with him look around my age?
Or
a little bit younger?
They're definitely younger for sure. I mean, with the woman who you believe is his wife is definitely like around your age for sure. But he seems to have several daughters of varying ages. They all seem very either disappointed or unimpressed by him. But he doesn't seem that upset at all.
In his head, he may or may not be getting laid later. Who knows?
Yep. Who knows?
Good on him.
Oh,
we lost just.
We lost Aaron again.
Oh fuck! I'm here. Sorry, this game's amazing, and Tony, I hate you.
You're welcome. I mean, was it inaccurate?
It was painfully accurate, and I hate it.
so I thought.
Aaron, is this your child? Maybe.
No, I don't. I'm not home. I can't see my dogs.
No. She's at the character Limros.
Oh, that's right. Yes. That's this is one of my babies.
I'm gonna sleep with his daughters.
Zoe's own imagination. Which
That's
is
what I'm gonna do.
Too crazy for me.
Listen, you guys all made the house. And
yeah.
I told you I populate it. So
Aaron, in honor of you, when his daughters are old enough, I will sleep with them.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That.
Mm-hmm. They like that. So congratulations on making it to the next round of the joust.
I give Gendry the silver stag that I have broken up from the one gold dragon that I promised him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He gets one a day, basically.
He appreciates it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So also you get the winnings. You get his armor and his horse and a note with the armor.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a small sonnet comprising it's about your mouth.
All right. Do they want this horse back or not?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
But they can buy it back. They haven't approached you yet, but they probably will later.
Okay.
But for now, you have this lovely chestnut horse.
Okay.
It's not really a destrier. It's not a war horse, and you're like, what are you doing here, buddy?
This is a pageant horse.
Yeah.
Brush all the dust out of its mane.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go and get you cleaned up. So be pretty.
Mm-hmm. You do, however, there is. It looks like they accidentally left some things in the satchel before they hand it over to you, and there are some what you look like some fairly questionable mushrooms.
Okay, I was gonna ask, are there lube and condoms in this section? All right. I leave the mushrooms alone. They can do whatever they want with their. I'm not here to get high. I'm here to win.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, House Hartworth is from the Riverlands and from essentially the neck area. They're Cranogs.
Mm-hmm. But I will on the note. I will write down and then pin it onto the saddle. I much prefer your wife's mouth.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. Fantastic. I will. Yeah, fantastic. All right, so, everyone who wants to get back to the tent, you all get back to the tent.
Yeah, after Dune is all put away, and after this fucking this horse that's mine now, hopefully they ask for it back at some point. Gets taken care of. I will go back to the tent so I can make sure that
absolutely.
Allie catches up.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of gets back there around the same time. It's like, oh, isn't that nice? Mm-hmm. And everyone's fine. Though when you do get there, the Alley Cat and Jennifer are both in separate parts of the tent with their arms folded, occasionally staring back at one another.
Is she clean?
Not that clean. A bit clean. She's a bit clean. Mm-hmm. She looks less filthy for sure. She's cleaner than when we left. There is a toppled over bathtub and stuff. Kale and John are just
not touching that.
Yeah, basically.
Well, they're not going to try to sell her bathwater on eBay.
It's a good way to get ringworm.
Oh yeah, that's mud at the end of that. Ugh.
All right, so yeah, you're all back.
I'm going to let Vivian and Teeters know that Maester was Maester for the House Lugus.
What?
Fabius.
That
Interestingly enough, the Lucases don't currently have a maester registered at the inn, so he might be elsewhere, or it might be a lie or a nice little cover-up for the time being.
I do remember confirming my suspicions. Marita Lucas has a Bravosi lover,
He does.
and I mean, the alley cat has said that. Well, never mind. She hasn't said that. I'm thinking of something else. Metagame knowledge. Put that out of my brain. Huh.
So, where does one
Unsure.
go about? Where does one go about hiding a secret maester?
Put him in the basement of a barn, I suppose. He was at MaesterCon while we were there. He was signed in. I feel like there's a real word for that I should be using, but I'm not.
Oh, Mr. Khan, I think is what it's called, right?
I mean, it is known as the Maester Conference, but
Yeah.
technically, due to the abbreviation, you could call it MaesterCon.
Well,
It's just Mr. Khan.
Is Fabius still in the basement of this barn?
no. He definitely was out of it earlier today. Don't know if he's going back there, if that's where he's been staying, but he is, as you heard, treating, it sounds like, many people down there. If the alley cat is right.
Why are the Lucases? Why is the Lucases Maester doing?
We could always talk to another guard if you'd like, and have the maester brought elsewhere. Maybe some of us talk to Lars, and some of us talk to this maester. Could also do it a different time, but I have a feeling the two are going to coincide quite nicely with what they say.
We've just come back with talking to Captain Simon, and I've sent his men after to go after Lars Flowers. It will be expensive for them to also find one maester in 100 of them that we can find, especially if we have no idea where they are. But perhaps speaking with the maester, I think, is a good idea.
I could always go sit out in front of the barn again. Wasn't such a hardship last time. Oh, it should also be pertinent to note, somebody is trying to take care of Thorsten.
What?
What?
Somebody is trying to take care of Thorsten.
Yeah, I heard the words you said, Clarissa. I'm just trying. Why?
I assume probably because of the dagger.
Ah,
I
evidently.
saw people trailing us while we were
Then,
talking for a while.
yeah, Clara, you and Maester Thorsten, you should not be going anywhere unaccompanied. Then.
Oh, Henrik has promised to stay with us.
Do you think that
Henrik.
No more. I'm capable to take care of them.
Your ribs are broken.
That's. I
I
feel
believe
fine.
the it's cracked.
But forgive
Not
me,
thank
it's not
you.
my
They're
place.
not
It's
broken.
not my place to question.
I'm
Good. Well, is it possible to capture one of these people? Do you?
It might be. They may have to think that I'm going out by myself and not being tailed by a sword.
We're different people each time, so it might be several looking out for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. The issue is I don't know if they would know anything, because this individual who is orchestrating all of this is very careful about keeping it. But if capturing one of them can be done, it's possible. The only thing that can unravel a conspiracy is the people you hire for it.
Yeah.
True. However, I do think it pertinent to recognize that they were in groups of two.
Every time.
Many different groups of two. Should I put a hit out on our dear Maester? Not sure I would have that much confidence in his attack abilities, but Perhaps they know something
Agreed.
I don't. Yes.
Well,
It
Perhaps
just
they know
seems
who his
interesting.
brother is.
Perhaps. It just seems Henrik was enough to scare them off, though. So.
well, then
For now.
perhaps, sure enough, then that means they must likely not want to deal with the fight or get noticed by someone of nobility or someone who can stand against them.
Mhm.
But if they are scared off by the sight of Henrik capturing one of them, it is likely the other will run.
Unless he has an accident.
Mm,
Sure enough.
Might I voice a concern?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that it is known that Henrik has been accompanying them, would it not make sense for them to send more people?
Precisely.
Probably.
Depends on what they were trying to
Is
do,
there a
but
way we can
potentially.
stage an ambush on our ambushers? Like me stay inside the tent for a while other people leave and Clarissa is able to look and possibly point people out as things are happening as I walk outside.
Perhaps it might even be worth it just to see if they're watching the tent at all, or if they're
Mhm.
waiting for people to leave.
That could be. That could be done.
All right, I will set to it.
I'm gonna go check on Alley Cat.
And I'm gonna check on Jaren and Constance. Make sure they're good.
I'm gonna walk over to Thorsten as he goes to check on them.
Oh, you're
You're
muted. Tony.
muted.
Okay.
There's lots of walking over, and there's lots of.
There's lots of
talking.
walking over, and
We
there's
walk a
checking.
lot here in this game. Yeah.
We do. We're just walking
And,
over.
and
there's
in this
talking.
tent.
Yeah, we are just
All right,
so many calories.
We'll have it. So Thurston, you're looking over Jaren and Constance, checking on their condition. They seem
Correct.
stable. Tiedrick, your maester brother, in that order, is before you.
Brother, are you sure that you're willing to be bait?
It's the only way it can happen. It's the only way it can happen. So, I don't want to be, but I have to be.
Spoken like a true Weirlight. Okay.
Okay. Good stuff. And Naimora, you wanted to go check on Ellicat?
Mm-hmm. And just walk over to her, and then in my head, she's like crouched in a corner, like a kind of like a little gremlin.
Not at the moment. She sat in a stool.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So kind of crouch down, so we're more at an eye level, and say, sorry about the kidnapping.
She kind of just glares at you.
Would you believe me if I told you that that's not how I intended it to be?
She has not changed her glare.
I really did just go there looking for Lars, and I really did bring you back here because I thought that you just needed to sleep it off. Larissa wanted to talk to you, and I made her promise not to do anything. I told her. I made her promise not to hurt you or do anything like that. I really did just want to make sure that you didn't, choke on your own puke.
Okay. Why don't you make me a persuasion test?
Uh-huh.
This sounds like convince.
It's just persuasion for me.
Very well. When you're ready.
Open up my thing again. Persuasion. 10.
10.
Average.
Yeah. I mean, not really. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's 9. So she's just kind of like, So, I mean, yeah, I guess I could believe you're on the bottom of the totem pole. Just kind of nods.
I turn out like an empty pocket and just like shake it a little bit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't.
She goes, nods. She just kind of like nods. She goes, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, you didn't seem that smart to me, so I guess I believe that. And she just like nods. And you can tell she's not like joking or making a joke. She's being very serious and like,
yeah.
Honest kids. They're so fun.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, yeah. I'm definitely not as smart as Clarissa is, but
yeah, I can see that.
hey.
What? She's like, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Have they been treating you okay at least?
I mean, that one.
She's
tried to
looking
rip
at
my skin off. Jennifer goes, like, it's called a brush. Instrument of torture ways.
Ali, how often do you take a bath usually? Like how often do you go down to the to the port and just dip yourself in the water?
I don't know, never.
That's fair.
Like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes when it gets real hot, it's nice to just roll around in it. But I don't like to be naked, so
Okay.
So usually I don't.
Okay. So I think probably a good place to start is at least cleaning the parts of you that are visible. Think that's an okay place to start? Like your arms and your face? Oh, you don't have to get naked.
She just starts like... She's like, it hurt.
That's because you haven't done it before. And probably find something that's a little gentler. I mean, you can even use your hands to scrub. Don't gotta be a
like,
press.
oh, trust me, the scrubbing with the hands did not work much. Jennifer says. So the room and...
I think, you know how sometimes when a pot gets really dirty, you just kind of have to let it sit in water for a while?
Free soap.
Jennifer looks very confused. She goes, what do you mean?
I think maybe that we just leave her... Maybe if we can just have her sit in warm water for a while, or just hold her arms in warm water, that'll make it easier to get the dirt off.
Very well, fine. But she'll have to take her clothes off to do that. She goes, they're my clothes, you can't have them.
What if I gave you replacement clothes? To hold hostage until I give you yours back.
Like, alright, where are these clothes?
Sorry, what was that?
She said, alright, where are these clothes?
Just gonna give her one of my, like, a shirt from myself.
Yeah, so she's like, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she seems to agree. Yeah.
She can hold my clothes hostage until she gets hers back. This is fine.
Yeah, but you definitely see the soaking a pot thing definitely went over Jennifer's head.
Well,
Jennifer, who has never soaked a pot in her life.
You don't have to know.
She's never touched a pot. It has been a small folk has touched it and served food out of it to her.
We're gonna soak the child.
Okay, you soak the child. Very well.
Let her steep.
Yeah, this is the worst tea imaginable.
Oh yes, quite filthy.
Might be
right.
poison.
Okay, so what are we doing now? What's happening? Tell me.
Are we setting a trap for the people trying to get to Thorsten? It seems to be the consensus.
Yeah. Yes.
Gonna go on a recon mission first, Clary is, to see if she can spot anybody watching the tent or around it, just to see, and then maybe Clary and Thorsten and Henrik can go out again so that we can spot them and have maybe Tiedrick and Nymora follow and grab them.
Well, they all turned away once they saw Henrik, so maybe I go out by myself and then wait a moment or two and then have.
Or even you and Clarissa, because they didn't seem to be too bothered about Clarissa.
Well,
When
who
they
would
But
be?
if they see me though, then they might.
Yes,
Well,
if they see
focus
someone with
and
a sword, that's a bit of a different story.
So it's really, really an issue of what about like going out as a group, and then Thorsten and Clarissa split off.
And like the muscle and the
like what we kind of trail Thorsten a little bit.
Or like the
Oh.
muscle goes to like a pre-chosen place that's easy to hide, and then Clarissa.
Yeah,
and
we
Thorsten
could do
bring
that,
it back.
and we walk that way.
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah,
I like
so
that.
I'll just go and look out first, just to see if I can see anyone, and if not, then we will do this.
And Clarissa will have
Okay.
Birch too, so it's not like they won't be totally unprotected.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Birch can take on Shadow Cats. 2 guys is no problem.
I'm more
Dogs could
relying
do-
on that Clarissa can blend in to not be noticed by these guys
Mhm.
who are looking for her. Because I don't
Okay.
want
Are you
Clarissa.
kidding? She could hide in the tent, and we wouldn't know she was here.
That's very
True.
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 She could be next to one of us and we wouldn't know she was here.
It's happened.
Yeah.
It has happened.
So what's so just so for my brain I understand, Clarissa's gonna look and see if anyone's watching the tent, and then Thorsten's gonna
Mhm.
go out by himself, or are we picking a predetermined
gonna-
place
we're-
We're
for
gonna
The
go out together,
muscle
and then we're gonna split out.
is going to
Oh.
go to a certain pre-designated location.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hide.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna walk by there.
And then, yes, they will. Those Clarissa
what
and
it
Thorsten
okay
will come by.
what if they attack Thorsten before he gets to the predetermined place?
They run to the predetermined place.
If I go and like trail
Is
Thorsten,
that is
rather.
super
I th-
suspicious.
No, I don't.
Well, so I think a way to do it would be okay. So you got
Bailey, you're
Thorsten and
muted.
Clarissa, huh?
Okay.
Oh,
angry screaming.
Thorsten and Clarissa, and then we have Nymora and Henrik, and they're walking
Mhm.
together, and then Nymora and Henrik go, zip, and Thorsten and
Should we-
Clarissa, and then go to the predetermined place, which like hurry there, and then
Should
Go ahead.
okay.
Again,
Uh,
what is
I was
to
gonna ask, should Nymora and Henrik separate as well, or should we stay together?
but what see, the issue is like what's to stop them from just attacking Thorsten as soon as you guys like break off, because that's what it looks like they were waiting for. They were going to attack Thorsten.
Well, we're just gonna have to keep like a good perception on them. There's nothing else we can really do because like they won't come near other knowing, but we need
Right.
to
Unless
find out who
there's
they are.
otherwise.
and that's a good
Yeah.
reason for Birch to be with them too, is that Birch can
It's
provide
true,
at
Birch
least
is there.
some-
They don't know what to do.
Also,
He gives
Birch
us,
can
like,
sound off an alarm.
Mhm.
That's true. As
Mm.
well.
Give us
You
a
guys
few.
start
He
hearing
could give us a
dogs
few
start
minutes to
barking
get
like
there,
crazy.
so we'll take that. Yeah.
We could
Alright.
also have somebody go first, somebody walking with them split off, and then somebody follow behind, so that you're all
Mhm.
kind of nearby and able to see.
I will follow behind.
That might work better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's do the first part of this, which is Clarissa, you are coming out of the tent and trying to spot if anyone is watching the tent. Fantastic. Awareness notice as you pop your little red head out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that's 2 degrees of success on their
She saw the king glance at the tent for a second, and
on their stealth check. You see hit around 2 crates. Looks like 2 little boys. They look very young, and when they see you, kind of see them, they go like, and just like run. But they are not doing a good job, like not noticing. So if you wanted to like quickly step around to see where they're going, you probably could.
Yeah.
Because they have a very high panic rate.
Much like horses.
With 21, yeah, you absolutely see where they go, and you see them run off just like into the open field of the green, kind of around some archery stuff, and you see them run up to a group of people. Now, it looks like 2 groups are having a conversation. One group literally is consisting of 1 person. The other group is several. The several group stands out a little more. Because they all look like kind of mercenary types. They're all wearing like obvious like leather jerkin armor, and they have eye patches, like all of them.
As a fashion statement?
You're not so sure about that one, but they like all have eye patches, not in the exact same place or anything, but they all have an eye patch. The one at the front is tall, lean, has a fully shaved head, very, very closely shaved, and has like studded leather jerkin. And the two boys run up to that guy. Now that guy is currently talking to Peter Primaris.
All right.
The Primaris' second son.
The plot thickens?
Peter has a longbow that he's kind of just leaning on, and it looks like they're chatting. And they look like they're from the things. I mean, if you want to try and tell, you could make a empathy roll. So I guess it would just be awareness for you.
I'll try it. 18.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Teen was much lower than that. They look like they know each other and maybe like have some kind of friendly banter going. But the two kids run up to this guy and kind of like quirk his head, and he just goes like he's calming them down, and then tosses something to them, and they run off. And then he says something to Peter, and Peter just like nods, and then he just looks to his guys and just does this, and they just start fanning out. And he turns and is like basically about to look in the exact direction you are currently. Yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's just give me like a TN9 stealth. Oh god, yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you just you're very confident he didn't see you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will, with a very confused look on my face, go back into the tent.
Mm-hmm. And definitely of the other people you saw following him, none of them had eye patches. So
okay,
yeah,
They've upped their game because they've seen a sword twice.
Yep.
Maybe, or maybe it's something else.
They're ready. Like, at first it was going to be a robbing. This looks like it's going to be a stabbing. They're going to kill you.
Well, you could. I mean,
This is a full gang. They all have eye patches. It's a uniform.
Right. True, but the other guys you ran into, none of them had eye patches.
Yeah, they weren't.
The new ones are the initiates. They haven't earned their eye patch yet.
Are the eye patches fresh?
Tell everybody about Primaris.
Mm-hmm.
And the two children, and then the people with eye patches. But I don't know if.
So when you mention the people with eye patches, Alley Cat, you hear some water splashing from behind her little screen. Like, shh.
Like she was startled by it?
Maybe.
She playing with
Clary like immediately turns, clocks it, and walks that way.
Yeah. So you just like look behind?
Yeah.
She's just sitting there, and it's just like, hey.
Hi. Do you know something about that?
She nods. Yeah.
Can you tell me about it?
I mean, yeah, that's Dirge. Dirge and the One-Eyed Boys.
I knew it.
Damn it.
They're from the Knifemen from Flea Bottom. Though they all try to tell people they cut their own eyes out. They fucking didn't. They all just got some kind of disease at the same time, and it took all of their eyes. So they just they kind of like found each other, bounded together, that kind of shit.
Is this the guy that she told me while drunk said he was the better assassin?
Oh, Dirge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I speak up. This is the guy who says he's better than you, right?
She nods. Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't cast aside the fact that there's now a band of assassins.
Well, I mean, they're Knifemen, right? Like, I'm an assassin. I am very good, you know.
Just this.
Dirge, like, I'd do certain jobs, you know. But Dirge just kind of, I don't know. He doesn't have. I don't think there was a job he wouldn't do.
Ah. Oh.
Like if a kid threw him an apple and said, "Can you break my brother's legs?" He'd do it.
Sounds like a red peach.
He's not bad actually.
Okay.
But he's real good with throwing knives. That's his thing.
Throwing knives.
Mm-hmm.
She nods. He goes, "He's really good."
Oh, well, this changes many things. Thank you.
Yeah.
If yeah, she'll kind of turn back to everyone. I don't know about all of you, but the idea of being bait for a band of assassins who throw knives very well is not a good one. So, I don't know. Perhaps it would even be worth it to just go talk to them, to Peter and Dirge.
Could we pay them off?
I don't know. Perhaps. It depends on how much this mastermind paid them in the first place.
I mean,
And if they're willing to reverse their thing on them after being probably partially paid, and then them now being under the mastermind's thumb for going back on what they said they do.
Unless
Right.
it's completely unrelated, in which we just have another issue to solve.
True.
I mean, forgive me for speaking out of turn, but why do we not? If this maester is the maester of House Lucas, why do we not ask Orton Lucas?
I didn't see him at the time, but we can.
I mean, it is not like we were going to be confronting the Lord of the House. He is the second son.
Yes, but we don't know who is behind this, and as far as I'm aware, maesters rarely do things outside of the orders of someone of their house.
Oh, we thought that until what was the name? When we went to
House Delver.
Thank you, Nora. Yeah.
But
Might not be the case for this one, but still, it's not out of possibility.
Fair enough. We can certainly ask Orton if they brought their maester with them for being that the conference is a very prestigious event. I just don't want if he is involved in any of this.
We don't want to tip our hand.
Indeed. He could also not know. He seemed rather pleasant. I think he would be rather heartbroken if he knew his maester was up to any of
Oh,
this.
good.
Besides the point, we need to deal with this current situation. We can't stay in this tent forever. So, you all are tactful, at least those of you who've went to war and studied it. What is the best course of action so that Thorsten doesn't get knifed?
Would that be a warfare rule?
I mean, if you want to apply tactics to the situation, I mean, yeah, warfare tactics would be a role you could make.
All right, let me just double check something on my character sheet. So, just double checking my combat defense.
Mm-hmm.
Agility plus athletics plus
Yeah.
awareness
Yeah.
plus defensive bonus minus armor penalty.
Yes.
With my full plate, which
Yeah.
I do not have,
Mm-hmm.
I would assume I'm wearing like leathers or something.
Yeah, probably a breastplate or something.
A breastplate.
Yeah.
Which would be like what?
I think it's minus. The defense. I believe a breastplate's defense is 4.
Okay. I know I have my bastard sword on my hip.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't necessarily carry my tower shield around, but there could very well be one here at the tent.
There's definitely shields here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I mean, a tower shield is literally 6 feet tall, so like, yeah. I mean, it's a statement. I would say they're usually only really used. They're usually wielded, in siege
We're going to
warfare.
war.
Yeah, in siege warfare. Yeah,
I mean,
I am going to be rolling warfare.
this is very true. All right, yeah.
And if a man is trying to throw knives, it's kind of hard to get past the tower shields.
I mean,
That's
honestly,
very
if
true.
you're trying to keep yourself from being hit by thrown knives, the best thing is to walk with a lot of other people. Harder
It's
to hit,
true.
harder to hit a moving target that is surrounded by other moving targets.
It's true as well.
Yes, well, there's a distraction.
All right, so you wanted to make a warfare roll to
Yes.
All right, go
I'm
for
just
it.
trying to get together what my
Mhm.
combat defense can be.
Sure.
Warfare!
That's very good. Wow, yeah, 2 6s.
Nice.
14. Yeah. So your goal of like looking for your thing tactics is like a way to do this properly. What is the goal of this? Is my question.
To not target my brother.
Okay, so right, but that's a incredibly vague thing. So like, do you just want to kill everyone there? Are you trying to capture someone? Are you trying to get information? Like, what is the goal here?
I would prefer to intimidate them out of this.
Okay, all right.
Being like, you mess with my brother, you mess with me.
Okay,
And
so
my
you want to scare them to not trying. Okay. Well, I would think probably with tactics, I would probably say you would know that would only work temporarily, that they would just choose a different time, right? So, if you want group wise, we can go to the group. What is the goal of doing this trap? Is it just to murder anyone who comes near Thorsten for
I
the
want
rest of the game?
information.
Oh,
Information.
You want to capture someone to get information.
I
Capture
have
someone
an
to get
idea.
information. Okay,
Yeah.
you have an idea?
What if I took some drug to knock me out, but it's a drug that knocks me out after X amount of time, and it looks like maybe we can get Alley Cat to look like she killed me.
You want to fake your own death?
Yeah.
No, you have to take a
That
drug
is
here on
in
but
fact
baller.
I mean that's a thing.
Tony, what are the
Uh,
rules for faking your own death?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yes.
So here's the thing. There is a poison that can do that. I'm gonna definitely say you do not have this poison. As it is,
I can roll.
I know, but no, this is a
It's a
pretty
matter
rare.
of price.
It's not a matter of price. It's a matter of
Rarity.
rarity.
Gotcha.
This poison doesn't really exist in Westeros. It's only really found across the sea. So if you went and knew of a place where you could buy poison and you could buy this thing, yeah, 100%. This could be a thing for sure.
How's that?
You also don't actually know I think what I'm going to do with Tedric's tactics roll. You actually do not know the goal of your enemy.
Yeah,
You know
information.
they have seen Thorsten, but
They're
you do
after
not know if they're trying to kill him or they're trying to rob him or capture him. You do not know their goal.
Mm-hmm.
You do know from
he is their target.
Yeah, he is their target. Now, you do know from Alley Cat that Dirge is traditionally a knife man, but you have also heard from her that he would literally do any job. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, he would do it.
Yeah,
So it could just be to capture him to,
Okay.
maybe they're there to deliver a message. Who
Yeah.
knows?
My goal is
My ne-
information. I would
my next-
vote
go.
that true.
My next question is now, if I fake my own death to another maester, I would probably need this said substance.
Yes, 100%.
Faking my death to some idiots from
Flea Bottom.
What would it
Yeah.
take to
Not,
to
I
fake my
mean,
death?
some good acting.
What is acting under?
How long? How long can you hold your breath?
Essentially, this would probably be what's it called? Deception test.
I'm not horrible at deception. I got 3.
Mm-hmm.
But would it benefit to have it look like that alley cat got at me before then? That way they're like, oh, it's another assassin.
I mean, maybe if their goal is to kill you.
True. But if they want to capture me and take me alive and they see her do that, then what could
I mean, I'm just gonna reiterate again.
Yeah.
We don't,
we don't know what they
if
want.
that is their goal. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna continuously say. Is if that's their goal. You might have already hit the money on the head, but I'm just gonna keep saying that because Tedric, the first rule of engagement is to know your enemy's intention, and you just don't.
So would it be a better idea to go out sneakily and try and follow someone first?
Yeah, I mean that could definitely have a benefit, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I think Clarissa's volunteering.
I see some dancing over there. Yeah.
Two of my favorite things are looking at people and following them, so
Oh,
sneaking.
okay.
do it.
Clarissa said problematically.
Indeed. Yeah, so that could totally be done.
Yeah, so basically Tedric kind of informs everyone, like, listen, we don't know their intention. First rule of engagement, he gets into like very much commander mode. You do see like a weird reaction from Jean and Kale.
They both stand up real straight.
Like, wait,
Oh yeah,
wait, what? Huh?
yeah.
Who's this?
I think probably Nymora.
No, this is the Tedric they know best. This is they've gone to war with this man. They've sat in a ditch and watched him piss. They've watched. I mean, John and Tedric have watched each other piss and shit.
Nymora stands up straighter too. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is the thing that's happening.
Yeah, so basically,
when I use this voice, they know I am speaking.
Exactly. Yeah, Vivian, you see your husband, the Lord Fade, and your husband, the General, kick out.
Oh no! Hell yeah! Stop it!
So first we need to figure out what
Change
they're We know that who their target is.
Yeah. So you believe recon is the best option, it sounds like. So Clarissa, you wish to go perhaps get some reconnaissance done.
Yes.
All right. So you're going to leave the tent and try and blend in?
Mm-hmm.
Did you maybe want to sneak out the back?
Does our tent have a back, I suppose?
I mean, it's a tent, so you can just move up.
We could just sort of woo.
That way they don't see anybody
Magical.
leave.
Yeah. Would you like to do that? All right. You sneak out the back of the tent. Why don't you give me a stealth test to...
And Dirge is right there.
No.
Does blended apply?
Blended absolutely applies.
26.
Absurd.
Oh, right, because of your bullshit.
Yes, because of my bullshit.
Yeah, this is a very talented group. I just want you to know, like, over 20 is technically seated as like very high high unlikelihoods.
You're
right? So
you're invisible.
Yeah, not for us.
Not for you guys, apparently. Yeah, because what is that? 2 6s and 2 5s? Get out of here.
Gross.
Get out of here. All
I mean,
right,
but ask me to make like a status test or something like that.
Right, exactly. So you roll out and you immediately kind of blend in. You kind of throw like a scarf a little bit around your head more maidenly. You do see, however, just standing not 20-odd feet, few odd yards outside of the tent is Dirge. So he's not staring at the tent by any means. He looks like he's chatting up what looks like maybe like one of the women who do the nobleman's laundry. He's like leaning over. Like, this man is not attractive to you by any means. But he seems to be holding a full conversation with this washerwoman. There is, though, with your ridiculous passive awareness, there is something incredibly practiced and prepared about his like casual. Like, he's leaned on a box, but there's something about his posture that makes him seem like he's ready to fucking murder someone at the drop of a hat. What is your passive
24.
awareness? Okay, well, then you also see that that hidden under one of his hands is a knife.
What is happening?
It looks like a throwing dagger. It looks like he's just
Okay.
She's just
Yeah.
really into the murder, guys.
nope. Here I go, I'm murdering again.
Here I go killing again. Yep. Just kill.
On the road again.
Do I see anyone else? Like, because I know they scattered. So
Yeah.
can I kind of look around, see
Yeah,
anyone else?
if you
that I
begin to
found?
walk around, yes, you see out of the main thoroughfare to the green, there's two more eye patch boys that are like watching. Deeper into the thoroughfare near the jousting area, there are two more standing near the latrine pit. They look like they know that where to stand as like dirty small folk, where they won't be noticed or people will find concerning. They're standing in like places of refuse or talking to people or near people of low station. They seem like they know what they're doing. None of them seem as calm as Dirge does. They all are awkwardly standing there, like quite obviously looking around. Dirge is the only one who you can know that from his position he has a full view of the tent, but he's just not directly looking at it. He definitely seems professional. The other guys seem like they're warm bodies who have hands for stabbing.
Yeah. Okay.
Rogues in
Interesting.
training.
A little bit. And you see there are two other like one-eyed boys just look like over near the like near the stables, excuse me. Like kind of every major kind of place that most people walk through, there's someone kind of waiting. But so far you know where they are, but Dirge is having just kind of stand there talking with that woman. So what do you want to do?
Are they all like within eye contact of each other spatially?
No, actually,
They're very far apart.
You do not think any of them can see another group.
Okay.
They all seem to be in a blind spot.
Suspicious.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, that I have ideas now, so I will go back and speak with the family, as I am doing frequently now. This is new. This is a change.
Mm-hmm.
You actually talk to the people who employ you? Weird, right?
It's wild.
Yep, so Clarissa returns. I'm sure informs you.
Yes. I believe the best way to go about this might be to try and sneak our dear Maester out in a way that he is not seen by Dirge, get him to one of the smaller groups where we can take two of those men captive and ask them questions elsewhere. It is my personal assessment.
All right. How do we disguise those? How do we go about sneaking him about?
Is there any? I take it there's a fireplace in the tent, or
I mean, a fireplace.
or
There's there's essentially like a brazier that holds coals.
okay, I'm gonna go over to the coal. Is it on?
Yeah.
It's on. Okay, I'm gonna use whatever shovel or scoop whatever to scoop out some of the dead coals, the gray, and I'm gonna let it cool down for a little bit, and then I'm gonna rub it all over my hair and my face.
Okay, you're gonna cover yourself in
I'm gonna
dirty
kinda make myself-
coal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to make myself look dirty, not like a maester.
All right, you are still very much wearing a maester's robe and chain.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
How are you with wearing armor over that? Or just
He does.
armor?
Armor.
Who?
We're trying
What
to
is
disguise you.
I know
armor?
what end of the tent he's on. Yes, I would know. We could just take him out the back, lift the tent up the same way I just did, take you out to the other side and head towards... Is there a group that would be that direction? Like if we just started walking straight?
Yeah.
In that area? We could just go that way.
I'm pretty sure they have groups set up in case we go any direction.
Yes, I would assume.
Clarissa has spotted most of them. Yeah.
Yes.
She has.
All right. So,
Just walking him out of it isn't enough.
right.
Right.
So you're sneaking him out.
You'd have to disguise. I mean, him wearing a maester outfit is the biggest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess I could change and not wear one. I mean, it's
yeah. I mean, Thorsten, you're like, that's weird. I mean, I don't know why I would do that.
Put a cloak over him.
exactly, man. I never worn
Just
anything
put a-
else since
just
I
put a
became
blanket
one.
over him.
Yeah. I mean, you're not. I mean, it is against your oath to wear finery. So.
Yeah, well, I don't have to wear finery. I mean, I can wear something that's just.
Peasants' clothes.
I have horse
Well,
blankets.
it doesn't have to even be peasants' clothes. I mean, it just doesn't have to be. I'm not going to wear silk or lace or any of that. That's finery.
Leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Now-
like that.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, I'm going to say in a whispered tone over to John. Do we by chance have any leathers that might fit my brother?
We don't have any really extra leathers. I mean, we have our like civilian outfits.
that'll work.
Kale, I mean, your brother's thin. I think Kale's would fit him.
I'm going to turn to Kale. Do you mind, Kale?
Not at all. Just like, yeah, no, of course. And he'll go to his things and hand you the very, very simple, like, it's a brown, like, piece of cloth that goes over with arm like holes, and yeah, it's like real simple, right?
Yeah, that's just perfectly fine.
Yeah. So cover yourself in coal. Put on soldier civilian outfits. Like, there you go.
Now, would I still look like a maester if I had my bag?
I mean, it probably to someone who knows what a maester's bag is. Yes, 100%.
Okay, then I will not be taking it.
All right.
I'm gonna feel so
Clary
naked.
will.
I have more idea.
You have a more idea.
Yes. We should possibly move Constance to a better place
Alley.
Mhm.
to be
There's-
treated.
There's nowhere else to put her
Take her to the inn.
while
There's-
there are knife men after. Like, what? I think we should deal with this issue first before we talk about like.
I'm trying to
moving
give an
her, 'cause-
excuse for another soldier to be doing something.
Okay. I mean, they can still just protect them here. It's not a big deal. But if you want to move Constance, moving Jaren would be really bad. He can't be moved right now.
Yeah.
Constance could be moved, but she can't walk, right? Like, and there's no, you don't
She's
have.
drugged the fuck out.
She is, and you also don't really have like a cool like
Gurney
Stretcher.
thing.
a stretcher.
Not to
Yeah,
mention,
she's like in a sleeping bag. She's like on
Yeah.
like a sleeping mat essentially.
not
Like
to
a
mention,
like
like
one of the soldiers essentially.
It's alright, I'll just
Jaren
bundle her
is
up and
still-
toss her over my shoulder.
Throw it over her shoulder. Yeah.
Are you,
So
are you
you
gonna
can
are you gonna
re-break
do
the
that to
set now
Jaren
that I
too?
just-
No, he
I
does. He does.
know.
He does.
I know.
All right. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, they can.
You said it
Yeah.
once, you can set it again.
All right. So Thorsten, disguised as this way, will go out the back with Clarissa. Okay. And then is someone else going to then follow them?
I can give you
I
guys the
hope yes.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
give you guys the location of where the group that I would assume would see us first is, so that maybe you guys can actually go out ahead of us, and then we can follow from the back with Thorsten.
I'll have them walk out through the front, and then we walk out the back.
Right.
I like
So
that
then you
idea.
guys can make your way that way. Clary and Thorsten can go forward from the back, and then eventually we kind of will.
All right, Henrik, you raising your hand.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm good. Good. I was in. Yeah.
All right.
Here to stab things when people tell me to. So okay.
Isn't that Naimora's job?
Yeah, you would think.
Mhm.
Does that too?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I've been here, guys.
Yeah.
I'm at
All
Chris still here. Yeah, guys.
I also want to make sure that they don't come in behind us and take out our guards and possibly Alley Cat.
Well, that's why that's why the guards are staying
Yeah, the
here.
guards
are
That's
staying
his
here.
job.
I'm sure
Yes.
if our I'm sorry to say, but if our guards can't handle some riffraff from wherever the fuck
Okay,
they are from,
Yes, Fleabot.
Fleabot.
But there's this Dirge guy.
Yeah.
We just need to get 2 of his guys to talk.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if we can
Sure.
get them incapacitated in some way wherever they are, be it if we're going to the
Mhm.
people at the stables or whatever, and get them to talk, then that's all we're trying to accomplish right now.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. Then I think we can just go with what Bailey was saying, sneaking Thorsten out. The muscle goes out to the front and meet up where Clarissa was directing them to, so they can corner the guys who would see them first.
Okay.
I will go out with just my sword and a flagon of ale,
If I can
if we have one here.
Oh yeah, of course. It's your tent.
Yeah.
Cask of wine.
Have my-
mead.
My son has a flagon, Naimora have a flagon,
Mhm.
and we will just start wandering that way, speaking of nonsense.
It's looking like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing here.
Yeah,
which is
just looking
kind
like
of
we're walking
relaxing.
around, not even noticing what's going on.
Talking about the tournament.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
plan. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm guessing it sounds like Lady Vivian will stay here with the guards and the
Yeah.
safe people and just
Yeah.
sit in a chair and be like, yes, the machinations.
Dance
Possibly-
my puppets.
Possibly thinking about the way my husband just thrashed that full-grown man
hmm
earlier today.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Henrik. You might have a third brother coming soon.
Damn it. Oh my God.
Brother or
Or
sister.
sister.
Other
Yep.
horses.
We have
No,
status.
another boy. No more.
Because if you
girl.
have another
You never
boy,
know.
then it's 3 girls, 3 boys.
And I can
You never
become
know.
an old woman in peace. No more.
There you go.
And maybe another set of twins.
We got all fucked
Oh,
like
five is-
twins
but
again.
five is a
Don't
prime
put
number.
that curse on me.
Yeah, there'll be twins again, guys.
Or if you want to be really divine, I mean, if you get twins, then you have 7 children, and then you've truly.
Two.
That-
Twin boys, then I can ascend.
Then you please the
You
gods.
get godlike. Oh.
Yeah. All right. So let's enact this plan.
Mm.
So, Clarissa, Thorsten, I would like you slip out the back, and your goal. Yes.
Aren't the muscle men going first? I believe that was the plan.
I don't know.
For us
I
to
don't know
go
what
over in that direction and then them to slip out.
Is that the plan? I don't know.
Thought that was the plan.
The plan's
thought-
gone through so many iterations at this
I
point.
know.
Yes.
I thought they slip out and then you all go. Yeah, sure.
I
All
thought
right.
we were
cool.
kind of doing that at the same
Same
time.
time.
We were
Yeah.
going slower, so that gives them.
Yeah, I can only go with someone at one time. I assumed it was simultaneous.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we'll have Clarissa and Thorsten. You pop out the back. As you come out the back, Thorsten, I need you to just make a deception check. Performance. I know you don't have it, but like
Yeah.
acting would actually be the technical. It would be deception acting.
Okay.
10. Okay.
Good.
Now, are you two trying to just blend in with the crowd, or is that what you're trying to do with Thorsten,
Yeah,
Clarissa?
I'm trying to
Mhm.
not. I don't care if I'm seen, but I don't want to be seen as a maester. I don't want to.
You don't want to be
seen
noticed.
Yes. So I'm not even walking like my maester, being a
Mhm.
maester, like I normally
Okay.
do. I'm walking a
Okay.
little more ragged.
Okay, sounds good. All
But you
right.
walk ragged as a maester.
Different kind of ragged. All right. All right. So, if now, Clarissa, do you want to not be noticed as well?
I probably should be. I'm more recognizable at this point. So yeah, I will blend
In. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Go for it.
Clarissa, where'd you
Should have
go?
put some soot in her hair.
Funny.
Oh god.
20, yeah.
I was gonna
You
say
just,
that's garbage for
you.
you.
Just like put your arm through Thorson's and clap into him, and some coal dust kind of goes.
Perfect.
Nice.
And you look like a chimney sweep couple. And you go, and yeah, you start heading. Now, are you heading to which direction was decided? Was it the thoroughfare, the stables, the jousting arena? I'm guessing the thoroughfare because that's more like going towards places where people won't notice some one-eyed boys getting grabbed.
Right. Whatever will be the least populated.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. Yep. So you'll start heading towards that direction. You're walking. Carissa, you do notice the one-eyed boys, and do do do.
But do they notice you?
Or the real question, do they notice Horston?
Probably notice. Probably
they
can't notice Larry.
Yeah, they probably won't be able to notice her.
Yeah. Let's see here, because it's their awareness, right? Yeah. That's a thing. No. Nope. They're just like.
It's the one eye, it's a real hindrance. I know it's a good.
I mean,
perception.
One eye.
Yeah. Wait, that's why do you think they're always in pairs?
All right.
Gonna have 2 functioning eyes.
Put two good. Put two other thing. Put 2 eyes on it. Like, all right. Two everywhere.
They're just all like
One with the right, one with the left.
They're just. Guys, you do know that's not helping your depth perception. Like.
They don't know. They don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they definitely don't notice you guys.
Perfect.
All right, then you 3 walk out. Please, I would like a deception acting test from all of you.
Oh
Yes!
boy!
Yes.
Oh boy!
TJ, oh, nice,
Oh!
TJ.
Oh.
Nice. And Henrik.
Yes. Oh, I'm ready to fuck it up. Let's go. 1. Everything's so slow. Oh,
Ha!
oh my god.
Henrik, the one who's actually trained in lying.
Yeah.
Yep. Henrik's definitely like bringing the performance up, you believe.
I do.
Yeah, so excellent. You guys walk out, you begin heading towards the thoroughfare casually, like you're just enjoying a stroll, enjoying the time, the air. You guys do notice Dirge, like just because you've seen his description, but you wouldn't have really noticed him if you didn't know exactly what to look for. He's just talking to, looks like a washerwoman. He does not react when you step out. And you turn and keep going, and yeah, off you go. Now, eventually, our good combat crew, you do spot 2 men in dark leathers with eye patches standing near the thoroughfare.
Oh God, I so want to do something.
So what?
I will.
What do we do?
We all see them. Should I point them out to?
Yeah,
Mal?
no, you all see him.
I feel like
We could take them.
we could probably just jump them.
We could take them.
I'm gonna look around. Probably not gonna get it, but I'm gonna look around and see if there's anybody else around.
Oh yeah, there's tons of people.
Yeah,
it's
if
the
we
high
just jump them
top.
right here, that would be very bad.
Well,
If
you're
they
a
haven't-
lord.
You are a lord, so you could try and, if you wanted, you could try and use your status.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If someone questions us or anything, why you could say they slighted our house or stole from us, and then you could have.
You could.
Just
And your
looking
goal,
at them.
I just reminding, your goal is to capture these men.
Yes.
Okay.
So it would be
Well, that's
non.
Vivian's goal.
Yeah.
And more are they like? Should me and I more like go on opposite sides to like try to prevent each one? I'll project this to the group. Should we try to go on opposite sides to make sure like none of them try to run off since there's two?
Should
And
I
chase after one just in case.
pick
Not
a
a
fight
bad-
with one?
What?
That could be a good way to start. Is just have Nymora pick a fight.
It could be good. I could be on the opposite side too, making sure, yeah. And then I don't know where my father would be in all of this, but he could be.
Henrik, you should pick a fight. Because that way, if they fight back, you're the Lord's son.
I mean, I could, yeah.
And as we know, in Game of Thrones, when it comes to lords, what happened, it doesn't really matter. It's what the Lord says.
I guess
Unless a higher
do
lord
that,
says something.
Precisely. That's what the Lord says.
So
So your goal is
Henry-
to try and pick a fight and try to get them to attack you. Is what your goal is.
yes.
Okay.
So we can capture one and drag them back.
Oh, this is just
Okay.
a week of.
All right. So do you have taunt?
Personally, I would just
I
like.
think I might.
I do. I actually have bonus die and taunt.
Oh shit.
Okay, then maybe Nymora should do it.
Nymora,
All right.
I think I have something else.
All right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You could always taunt them to attack. Henrik.
Don't have taunt. I mean that's
See that
kind of like
Lord
taunt.
won't fight him. Like pussy won't do it. No balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Which
bluff, but that's it.
which one of them is uglier?
Ooh, that's a hard question to
Hard
answer.
to.
They
Pretty-
have, as you come up, serious like facial sores, and there is definite some odd skin around the eye
Mhm.
part where their eye patch like they might have lost their eye to like. Now we of course would of course know it as some people call it like bed fire, but it's
they got
yeah
the sieve.
it's syphilis, yeah.
That worst case.
They
of
got-
guy. Jesus.
They got the Bravosi disease.
Yes.
All right.
So wherever Nymora is gonna come at, like walk up, trip, blame one of the guys or something, I'm gonna
Sure.
go on the opposite side before she goes off. Like
Yeah.
Same.
just
I'm gonna
right-
go on the opposite side of Henrik.
Yeah. I will
All right.
also say another tactic that you could do, being nobles, is you could surround them showing weapons and be like, come with us, and that could just work.
Wanna try that, guys?
We can give it a shot. Yeah.
And if you're
down for-
surrounding them and it doesn't work, then they attack you, and then the
I'm
next
down for the
already.
fighting idea. If that
Okay.
comes to that, but I think that's also good. I think we should still separate, but
Okay.
combine at the same time.
Mm.
Sure.
And then
Okay.
just be like, hey, you guys need to come with us. We have
Hey,
questions for you.
sword, you're coming with us, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay. So who
Okay.
wants to lead that?
TJ.
Because if you want to do that, it's probably like
The
intimidation,
one with
but
the best status.
but
I was gonna say best
status
status,
could be 100% you.
Probably the
Mhm.
lord of the house. Yep.
Okay. So,
None of-
Jump in if you guys need it. So
yeah.
Somehow
I-
none of us have intimidate.
I don't know why.
It's
I
like-
didn't make that.
Oh, you're nice people. But so why don't you
We enter that.
the two coming around to block them? Why don't y'all make stealth tests?
All right.
It's not a high
That'd be
TN.
Nymora and Henrik. I suck at
Yes,
stealth.
that would be
That's gross,
Nymora
gross,
and
gross,
Henrik,
gross,
yeah.
gross, gross.
Stealth.
Nice.
Stealth.
Bad.
Nope.
The TN was
Did you-
6.
Okay.
Nice.
Oof, I was like, is it enough? Tell me
I
it's
keep
enough.
forgetting
That's
that
your-
6 is like average.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So TN's like, yeah, they don't notice you guys coming around from their blind side. They do have eye patches. But Tidrick, you
See,
kind
these
of
ones have the eyes together on the inside, not the outside.
there you go.
Guys, we should stop making fun of them. They have a
Yeah, they're
disability.
just partner for today's
So you two
gods,
split
so-
off. Tidrick, you kind of just approach them. They are looking around and then see you approaching, and they're like, and they're starting to like back up a little bit. Like, what the? Why is that guy coming? And you
damn
pull
it.
a sword.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to be
what-
coming with us.
Oh, God.
All right. Oh gosh. All right.
Okay. Russians.
If you want, yeah, you can make a status roll to try and just influence.
Do I get a
these.
bonus because of the sword?
No, I'm gonna say no.
They've been ready to die for a long time.
No, that's not it. But like, this is a different reason.
I clicked it. So.
It's thinking.
Roll 20 just hates me.
Give it a sec. Give it a sec.
It's thinking. It's had a long day, guys.
Maybe hit it again. Oh,
Oh, there.
there you go. 16. Whoosh.
I will use
Yeah.
one of my destinies.
Why? That's really good.
Oh, okay. I thought by your reaction it wasn't.
No, that's fantastic. The average is like 6. So
Yeah, 6 was normal.
These are
You,
these are dirty knife wielding peasants.
yeah, technically they have the stats of a footpad.
You are the lord of a house with a gigantic fuck off sword.
You do have a bit of a fuck off sword. Yeah, so
And
they
this
look
is to be from my big sword.
they look terrified. They look to like they're just gonna run, right? So they turn, and then Henrik, you're there, sword drawn, and then Nymora's there, spear, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
This is what he meant by us.
Yeah.
Now the predator has
You're
become the
coming
prey.
with us, like us, yes, yeah. So you blocked off their escape route. It's a good way to think of that. Yeah.
The question is, are they going to try and fight?
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm gonna make an individual check for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well saved.
Let's just see.
Is there a
guys.
hold in action in this?
Not really. But you guys are like prepared, essentially. Okay, yeah. They both will just be like, "Fuck." And goes, "We don't." One of them is just like, "We don't know why. What is this?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I saw recognition in that one eye of yours.
There isn't. They're like, "What is happening?"
I'll gesture with my sword
Oh yeah,
toward the thoroughfare.
you're just like, there, go. So I'm guessing you're moving away from the thoroughfare towards the like side street. That's
Yeah.
kind of. All right, yeah. They can't do a ton right now. Yeah, if you guys just stay in like
Formation.
formation.
Triangulate.
If anybody
You,
looks at us, I'll be like, Lord business.
Yeah, I mean, 16 status. A lot of people like saw you pull weapons, are like, and they're like, "You shall come with us." And then they see like, "Oh, those are dirty men, and those are very, very nice, clean men." All right, something's going on.
Good. Good to clean up the streets. Good on them, you know?
Yes. Goes, "Oh, those men did look quite horrid." I'm so glad they're doing something about them. I was going to say something, but
I'm sure you
Looking at
were.
an HOA.
To the HOA.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, within 16.
I'm
so-
sorry, but you're too ugly to be standing here.
Yeah, you move them into a thing, all at blade point, so they're just like, okay, they don't seem like they're about to try anything. They're like, what? Like, what do you even want with us? There's nothing. No, I know what this is. I hear about this. The nobles, they capture small folk and they hunt them.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You're a fucking idiot, you know that?" No, I'm telling you, they hunt us
I'm
like
glad you said
hounds.
No, I've heard that
I
rumor
saw it
too.
for sure. Yeah.
No, I've heard that rumor.
Yeah, no, I've absolutely heard that rumor before.
Like, what lord want to hunt your fucking limping ass? Like, but they both seem confused. One of them looks real scared. The other one's is like keeping his cool, but is definitely complying currently.
Mhm.
So what? So the one who isn't like scared, he's like, "All right, well, what is this about?"
We're wondering why you all are targeting a particular maester.
Don't know nothing about that. And he's just like,
Tell me. Status roll. Oh God.
like, okay, so 11. Yeah, I mean that beats his will defense. His what's it called? What intrigue defense? Excuse me. So you're saying like, tell me like, listen, I am Lord
Tetrick Weirlight. You will tell me what you know.
Okay, yeah, cool. So you make it known that you're an important Lord. Take it down. Okay, yeah. Let's see.
Otherwise,
here.
who knows? That hunting idea might be a good one.
That's fun. Yeah, I think when you say that, the calmer one is like, just like, listen, I'm sure you're very important, my lord, but I don't know nothing about no maester. The other one is like,
Just flop sweat, just like.
And he goes, I go, it's like, there's a bounty on him. And he goes, you fucking get, I fucking, like, oh my God, I can't believe I introduced you to my sister. I cannot fucking believe it. You think you thought I would make her happy? Well, I was fucking brain dead is what I was.
As interesting as this strife, this marital strife is going, bounty?
Because, well, yeah, there's everyone knows. I mean, it's all over. Like in the streets, Kingslanding. Good coin to anyone who knifes this one maester and pulls a knife off of him.
Ooh. Pulls a knife off of him, eh?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a fancy, some kind of fancy dagger. Now, now the knifing part I know isn't important. It's mostly just a dagger. But a lot of people, he goes, but you know, he's supposed he's supposed to knife him. And he goes, no, we're not supposed to knife him. That's just what a lot of people are saying, that it's supposed to knife. But no, he's got a dagger. People want to steal the dagger from him. It's an open bounty. Yes. Okay.
And do we know who placed this bounty?
No. Everyone just knows. Gets around.
Is there a first person to know? Generally?
They just look confused. You just hear about it.
Well, who would you give the dagger to after you took it?
Yeah, what's your drop?
Oh, there isn't a drop. It's just there's you're just supposed to, go to one of the places. Say you've got the dagger.
And what are one of these places? I will raise my sword a little.
Yeah. Okay. This one I'm gonna need a more direct threat. So you can use bluff, like Vivian said. You can use bluff instead of intimidation if you have it.
Under what?
I mean, bluff is deception. But you could also use persuasion to intimidate
just go
him.
straight to combat.
Or you can just kill one. Yeah.
Trial by combat.
Just kill one.
Gonna have tryouts. Yeah, I mean, if you just
have a few tryouts, whoever survives makes it.
Yeah, if you could roll usually intimidation. If you're trying to be like, I will stab you, you need to tell me more. That would be persuasion generally.
Such a gentle way of putting that.
Yeah, they're like, listen, like, my lord, yes, I'm sure you could kill me very quickly, but these people, they're not very nice.
I will put my sword away.
Okay. Very confused.
And pull out two gold 2 gold dragons. First one to tell me gets these.
Yeah.
That gets their attention pretty quick. And he goes, "Listen, mate. It's of course the scared one goes. I think in Flea Bottom there's a tavern. There's a tavern. It's got like a bunch of names, but it's on Glipping Street, down the hill where the shit canal runs through. And then he just puts his hands out.
And as I drop it into his hand, I take my sword and slice off his hand.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I will drop them into his hand.
Yeah, he will just like, oh shit.
Look for the other one. You missed out.
He's just like, yeah, I guess so.
But I pull out one more. If you don't say anything about that you've told me.
Yeah, no roll required. Yeah, he will pluck it and just like close his mouth with it, like.
I look over to the other one.
Yeah, and he goes, and he just kind of looks over him and goes, he's just like, so, yeah. And I think he goes, oh, we can finally move. We can finally move the fuck out of the town. He goes, he just kind of nods, like. They just seem excited by the unheard of amount of money they now have.
May you and his sister be very happy together.
He goes,
Go buy us something nice.
Get the fuck out.
Well, yeah, you think we could buy a castle with this?
Should we tell these two idiots to leave?
I got the information down there and I'll see where the shit rolls downhill.
My lords, are you finished with them?
Yes.
I do
All right.
I am.
Good.
All right. Get. Kind of sweep them.
They will get.
Go kick him in the ass.
It's kind of like it's kind of like if you find like a rat in your kitchen and you got a broom and you're just like
get a broom, go, shoot. Oh.
Yeah,
Kick them where the good Lord split them.
They get quite quickly. Not towards the green, away, off to live their beautiful new life together.
Oh, I hope we're invited to the wedding.
Oh.
No, there won't be a wedding. There won't be a wedding.
I'm sure one of them will murder the other one.
Sister
For the
already
other
probably
gold
has.
dragon.
Oh, yeah,
siblings,
absolutely.
So she's
That's her possibility.
Wedding.
Yeah.
Unless,
All
of course, they're really good friends.
Yeah. All right, so you guys got some info. You now know that no one has hired men specifically. There is just a bounty on Thurston in the underworld.
Oh fuck, they're out there alone.
Sorry, Thorsten. Hades
And
is after
just
It's a stranger.
I'll get Kratos.
Oh, we need to go find them.
Yes.
Yes.
We need to find them
To the
immediately.
thoroughfare.
They're expecting a bunch of goons with eyes missing. They're not expecting the entirety of Flea Bottom.
It's a good thing that I don't look like a maester right now.
This is true.
Hmm.
So, you two are now walking down the thoroughfare. Where are you headed?
I don't know.
Well, hopefully, were we able to see that spectacle?
If you wanted to, yes.
I would have been watching for it.
All right.
Her awareness is high enough.
It's true.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I think she will just kind of loop back around to the tent.
Fantastic. All right, what was your blended roll? 20?
20.
Something absurd.
Yeah,
Oh,
20.
okay.
16 plus 4.
Very nice. Do. All right, let's see. It's very unlikely, but there is a chance.
No. Stop. Everybody, stop.
What?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't hear anything.
Oh, that was actually incorrect. 1 second. That's. I mean, it's not going to matter. So actually, fuck it. All right. All right. Yeah, you flip around and meet back up.
Did we get what we were hoping for?
Well, I think me and the other. Oh, that's right. You probably notified us somewhere that you were heading back. I don't know. I'll walk in. Yes, actually, brother, you have been a very important man in the underworld. There's an open bounty
Thorsten,
upon you.
Thorsten, congratulations on your new wanted poster.
Why
Not
the bounty
necessarily
on
you, but the dagger you have.
You mean the dagger you have?
He
Did you
doesn't
put
have
it in my bag again?
Yeah. No,
I gave-
I hid it amongst our things, so we'll have to definitely make sure that it's still there when we return.
Yes.
Because I wasn't
We
going to.
could.
Yes,
There is a way
Clarissa?
to take. Yeah, there is a way to take advantage of that. If it's such an open bounty, our friend, our new dirty child friend, could probably pose as somebody who took care of dear Thorsten.
Yes, but the track record that's been shown is whoever shows up for this gets killed.
Perhaps, unless we don't let her get killed first.
So you're saying that
We could have 9 more go to turn it in.
We could. Could also just have somebody follow either of them, but
it is imperative that this dagger does not leave our possession. So
Yes.
I would like there to be absolute confidence that who's ever going with this plan stays with us.
We could scraggle me down and I could go in.
Teodric, you're not very good at lying.
I'm not very good at lying either. I'll tell you that right now.
Yes, but you do look the part.
I am very good at lying. I could go in with somebody, lie for them, but when are we supposed to meet? With
say.
Lars?
Oh, Lars, right.
I was to be notified whenever they had apprehended him.
Then maybe we should go back to the inn.
But if we want to set, I mean, that would be up to, I mean, if we want to use Alley Cat to go with the dagger, then following up, that might be the best. You know, if people are watching us, they might. Whoever orchestrated this knows our family at least to some degree, so Alley Cat might be the
they
best.
probably
and
know
then
where
we
we're
send.
staying.
Also, you made a promise to Alley Cat that she would not be in any danger.
I know. I'm confident in the abilities of those around her that would keep her safe. I'm just saying it is an option. Otherwise, we would need to, like Clarissa said, she would go disguised if she's able to lie with the others of you following to apprehend whoever came to, I believe, would kill whoever shows up with the dagger, because that seems to be their forte. They tie up loose ends.
Okay. Well, sounds like an interesting plan, and I think this is where we'll have our first break. So stay tuned to see where this plot goes. And please go to the bathroom, get water, anything you want, and we will be right back.